cameras off. I need them on, please, right? We have 2 rules in this class. Nobody is going to be sitting on a sofa or a bed. And secondly, that your camera needs to be on. If it is not on, then for sure, I am pretty sure in a few minutes, somebody will remove you from the class. I'm not kidding. Okay, so please make sure you keep your camera on. Suddenly, at some point, you will be removed. Otherwise, okay, continue with your introduction. If your camera doesn't work, go get a mobile phone and use that. Easy solution. Mobiles have cameras. Get your mom or dad's mobile. Use that for camera. My name is Amal. I'm 15. I would like to change. Amna said, how the needy. I would like to reduce homelessness. Madiha. My name is Adam. I love ants. Okay. I want to know, what would you like to say, help in this world? Alicia, I live in UAE. What would you like to help, Alicia? Nawal, I'm 11 years old. Muhammad, 9. I would build houses for needy and build mosques. Okay. My name is Nawaz. I'm 10. I would change people disliking Quran. My name is Tahreem Fatima. I am 10. I am from Pakistan, but I live in Saudi. Oh, that's interesting. Let's do this. I have an idea. A light bulb just went off in my head. Does that ever happen to you? Like a light bulb moment? Okay, I just had my light bulb moment. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, please. We are going to do something really cool. So share. Can write. Okay, I have this link, right? I got this link. I'm gonna put it in the chat box. There you go. And what I would like you guys to do is go to this page in the chat box. Go to the page and introduce yourself. By clicking on the part of the world that you belong to. So click where you are at. Oh, I think you click plus. Sorry, you click plus, and then you search by your country. So I can say I live in Canberra, Australia. There's my city. Oh, there I am. Arriba. Right? Easy. So let's see, where are we all from? This way we can see where we are all from easily. So type your name, where are you, and what would you like to change in the world? Oh, look at that. Lots of pinkies. Right? Click on that plus icon and then you can select your city. I think. Okay, let's see. We have people from Australia, Queensland. We have people here, Malaysia, Singapore. We have somebody from Bangladesh, from India, Pakistan. We have people from UAE. And what is that? Okay, that's all UAE. Okay, and Qatar. And we have people from Saudi Arabia, mashallah. Okay, and we got somebody from Sudan, somebody from Somalia. Okay, and let's see, what do we have here? Oh, what country is that? Norway. Oh, Sweden. Sorry, Sweden. And we have somebody from Ireland, UK. Lots of people from UK. And that's it, right? Wow. Oh, is that still Pakistan? Oh, it's still Pakistan. Wow. This is a very long time after I'm looking at a map. Okay, so make sure you add yours if you haven't. And okay, once again, welcome everybody. My name is Ariba Farheen, and I live in Australia. And what do I care about the most? I'm gonna tell you in a little while. Inshallah. Okay. So let's get started. So today, our class, by the way, before we start, you guys told me all these things you care about, right? Do you think you can do something about it right now? Or maybe when you're older, you will do something about it? Who thinks maybe when I'm older, I'll do something about it? Raise your hand. Okay. Who thinks I can do something about it right now? Oh, hardly anybody. Okay. And that's about to change. Did you just see that video of Rising Heroes? Rising Heroes, they are my favorite students, all-time favorite students. That's my best scores, my favorite students. And in Rising Heroes, what happens is that those kids, they form a team, they decide a mission themselves, and they work on it together, right? To make a difference in the world right now. So last year, one of the teams chose racism. One of the teams chose homelessness. And they actually raised $5,000 to help homeless people. They got cards made for homeless people. One of the teams was called Global Guardians and Project Planet. And they decided to help the environment. And so they created an event called Recycling Olympics. And they played games with kids. They created Olympics about recycling. How fun is that? They created a comic book. They created a video series. So, mashallah, these kids, my students, are making a difference. They're changing the world right now. Whether they're 9 or 15, they're doing it right now, not waiting when I grow up, I'll do something. Doing it right now. Inshallah, I'll tell you later on after the class. I mean, at the end of the class, more about rising hero, because that's might be one of the greatest opportunities of your lifetime. It's that awesome. Okay, Bismillah. So today, this class is about a hero, right? A true, real life hero, not like Mr. Beast, which is like just for the showing, right? Just for YouTube views. No, not kind of not that kind of a hero. Not like Superman or Batman, just totally fake, but a real hero. And he was a very, the story I'm going to tell you, he lived a long life, but I'm not going to tell you about all of his life. I will only tell you about, when he was a kid. What did he do then? What was he doing then? Like, nobody's doing anything when they were a kid, right? I'm going to see what he was doing when he was a kid. His name is Osama ibn Zaid. His name is Osama ibn Zaid radiallahu anhu. He was the son of Zaid ibn Haritha. Okay, who knows who was Zaid radiallahu anhu? He was the adopted son of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? And when he was a little boy, he got kidnapped, and then they kidnapped him and sold him as a slave. And then Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came across him, he actually adopted him to be his own son. Okay, he adopted him to be his own son. Now he was living with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he loves him so much. He loves him so much that one day, he actually found his family, and he was like, I don't want to go back. I love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so much. I want to stay with him. Right? I want to stay with him. So that's what he does. Okay, let me just would you like me to turn off the chat box if it's distracting? I'm gonna make it private. Yeah, so that way you guys can still type, but only I will see your messages. Okay. So keep typing there, keep typing, don't stop typing, okay? Because I want to see those messages. So I can't unmute you guys all today because it's like such a huge class, right? But I can still talk to you through this cool chat box. Thanks to this chat box. Okay. So, Zaid radiallahu anhu then married somebody. She was a black lady, and they had a son. His name was Osama. So Osama was this young black boy growing up in Mecca at a very long time ago, when Islam was just revealed. Right? This is like really early in Islam. So obviously, people did not. Do you think people were like looked like? Really honored him, respected him in the city? No. They were like, you are the son of a slave, right? You're not even from here, right? Yeah, you're not an Arab. So they treated him pretty badly. And on top of that, now he's accepted this new religion. So they treated him even worse, right? They treated him even worse. So that's how he's growing up, where people always look down on him, where he doesn't necessarily feel like he belongs. They try to make him feel like you don't belong here. Anybody ever felt like that like you don't belong? People made you feel like that? Yeah. So that's how he's feeling right there. So one day, Prophet Muhammad announces, we're going to leave Mecca and we are going to go to Medina, a new city. And we are going to move there because this life got really, really hard. Really hard in Mecca. So the Muslims decided we are going to leave. Okay, I'm distracted a little bit. You can tell, right? What am I distracted by? Couple of things. One, I see some of you sitting on sofas. That always distracts me. So please, those of you sitting on sofa, get up right now, find a table and chair, and go and sit on that. Okay, Jazakallah khair. And a bunch of you have cameras off right now. And Rida, who's here helping me, right? If you are sitting on a sofa or you are sitting, if your camera is off, she's not going to care how beautiful you are, how amazing you are. You might be really amazing, but that all doesn't matter. A rule is a rule, right? So she is going to remove you from the class. I'm not kidding about that, right? Because if she doesn't, then I'm not going to be very happy with her. She's going to do that. Right, Rida? Okay, so you guys have 5 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, if your camera is off or you're sitting on a sofa, you will not be here. So please. And the next thing that you really, guys, you need in your hands is a pen, please. Right? So you can make notes. Your pen is like your sword, guys. Make the best notes you can, inshallah. Okay. So, back to the story. Now I'm fully focused on you. Okay, back to the story. So they went to Medina. And there, Osama is in a new city. He's like, this city is not even as great as Mecca. Medina was not as great as Mecca. But anyways, he's moved. And now, do you think the Quraysh are going to leave the Muslims alone? Are they going to come after them? Who thinks they're going to come after them? Raise your hand if you think they're going to come after them. Yeah, they're going to come after them. And they do. They come after him. They come after the Muslims. So what was the first battle Muslims fought? What was the first battle Muslims fought? Tell me in the chat box right now. What was the first battle Muslims fought? With the Quraysh. Battle of Badr. Very good. Smart people, mashallah, today. Okay, yeah, Battle of Badr was the first battle Muslims fought. And so this was not an easy battle, right? This was, in fact, a very difficult battle. Muslims were not prepared for this battle. They went out and suddenly they heard the news that the Quraysh are coming to attack them. And the Quraysh were coming with a massive army. An army of 1,000 soldiers. An army of 1,000 soldiers was coming their way. And the Quraysh had big armor, heavy armor. They had proper weapons. And Muslims did not have any of that. Right? I mean, they had weapons, but they were not prepared, like with proper armor to fight this battle. There were only 300 Muslims. Quraysh were coming with an army of over 1,000 soldiers. 300 Muslims, 1,000 Quraysh. This was going to be a very impossible battle to win. Don't you think? Right? And do you think the Muslims were afraid? Yeah, they were afraid, right? But they were courageous, right? They were afraid, but they were full of courage. Even Prophet Muhammad was so afraid that this is it. We might all die today and that would be the end of Islam. But they were very brave, right? Brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. Brave means even if you're afraid, you charge ahead. And that's what they did. They charged ahead. But they didn't know. Maybe we will all die today. This will be the end. And this is very dangerous battle. Many of them probably think this is it. I'm going to die today. So then in the middle of all this is a little boy. While people are preparing to, go like start the battle, there's this little boy called Osama. He's 8 years old. 8 years old. What is he going to do in this battle? What is he going to do in this battle? Go and sit in a corner, go and play with your marbles. Right? What are you going to do here? But he is not that kind of a boy. They're like, oh, this is so sad. But what can I do? I'm just a kid. Just a kid. It's sad what's happening. But what can I do? No, he is not that kind of a kid. He always is saying, what can I do? Right? So he stands up and he goes to his father and he says, I also want to participate in this battle. And his father says, do you know how to lift a sword? And like, no. I don't know how to lift up a sword, but I can shoot with bows and arrows. And so his father says, but I'm worried that you will, if a horseman comes really close to you, you're not going to be able to fight back. So you need to, how are you going to protect yourself? They're like, right? He's like so disappointed, but he can't, like, he doesn't have the skills, right? Anybody ever felt that happened to you, that an adult told you you are not ready yet? Yeah. And who felt super annoyed when that happened? Yes, that's like super annoying feeling, right? I felt super annoyed. What age will adults stop telling you that? And they're gonna tell you, now you are old enough. What age is it going to be that nobody will ever tell you you are too young? They will never tell you you are too young. What age? What age will it be when people never tell you you are too young for this or that? Still okay, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. Okay, I see a lot of 18s, 15, 30, a few 100. No. You know what age that is? Pretty much never. Go and ask an 18-year-old. Who knows an 18-year-old? Okay, this is your homework. Right? This is your homework. Go and ask an 18-year-old. Does anybody ever never tell you anymore that you are too young? And they are going to tell you what? I still get told that. Right? Because people will never stop telling you you are too young. Actually, they will. Sorry. They will stop telling you. And when they stop telling you you are too young, that's when they will start telling you you are too old. Right? You are too old for this now. So it's always, people are always going to underestimate you. And they're going to try to protect you sometimes. Sometimes they're like, I don't know, like, are you ready for this? Because they really don't know. It's not their mistake, right? It's not their mistake. They don't know. What are you capable of? How do I know? How do I know what you are capable of? Right? If all I see you doing is playing games all day, that's all you care about, watching videos, playing games, entertainment, having fun, that's all you care about, then all I'm going to think about you is you are just a kid. You're just a baby. You just want to have fun. You're not mature. Who wants their parents to trust them more? Yeah. Do you think your parents are gonna just suddenly start trusting you more? Not gonna happen. You will be 20 and your parents will still not trust you. If all they see you care about is like ridiculous things like games and entertainment. When they see you actually contribute, when they see you challenge yourself, being part of adult conversations, actually contributing to bigger things, that's when they were like, wow, you are mature. And that's what Osama is trying to prove, right? His father is like, are you really ready for the battle? Can you fight? I'm like, no, I can't fight. So he was not ready. He's not ready, right? So next year, now he knows he needs to lift up a sword, right? So next year he comes to the battleground, and this time he has a sword with him, right? And he comes to the battleground with this sword, right? And he's like, yeah, now I'm going to fight. So he comes and like, yeah, how old is he? 9 years old, right? And so he's like, I want to fight with these adults. But guess what? Even the sword was taller than him. Right? Even the sword was taller than him. So everybody's looking at like, what's happening with this kid? What is he doing here? Is he carrying the sword for somebody? What is he trying to do? But people were also impressed by his enthusiasm, right? Did he get to participate? Oh, I broke my sword. Oh no. What am I going to do in the next class? Okay. Oh well. Okay. So then Osama didn't get to participate again. But there were other kids who did get to participate, who did prove themselves that they are ready, they can fight, other they are strong enough, and they did participate in that battle. But Osama's still not ready. But he said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? How can I fight? What can I do? That's what he's always asking. Not like, okay, nobody trusts me. All I can do is play games, so I'm just gonna go play games. No. Like, what can I do? Now, anybody here played battle games? Battle games? Who has played battle games? Right? Okay, when you play battle games, what is more important? Strategy or the resources? Who thinks strategy is more important? Right, strategy is more important, right? Anybody ever defeated somebody who had more resources than you, but your strategy was better, so you defeated them? Anybody ever done that? Yeah, Omar? Okay, so that's right. Strategy is more important. So Osama said, I'm going to learn the strategy of battle. I'm going to get really good at it, right? I'm going to good at strategy of the battle. So he's learned from his father. He's getting better and better and better in learning. Every time his father comes home, he sits with him and he like, tell me all about it. Dad, tell me all about the battle. What were the moves? What was the strategy? And his father tells him all about the strategy of war. And he gets brilliant at it, right? He gets brilliant at it. He learns so much about the battle, and he spends his time learning more and more and more and more and more until he gets good at so many other things. And then finally, he starts getting allowed to participate in the battle. But then one day, he and his father, he goes with a battle with his father, and this battle is against the Romans. And Romans were a big superpower of that time. So they prepared an army of 200,000 soldiers. 200,000 soldiers. 200,000 soldiers. And Romans were brilliant in strategy, right? So it was going to be impossible for Muslims to win. Zayd radiallahu anhu, Osama's father, was one of the leaders of this army. But what happened in the battle? He got shot with many arrows. In the middle of the battle, Zayd radiallahu anhu dies. He died. Osama lost his father. Osama lost his father in this battle. And many Muslims are dying. They're dying. They're dying. So many Muslims are dying. All over the place, Muslims are dying. So Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu. Who knows Khalid bin Walid? Yeah, he's called the sword of Allah, right? Nobody could ever defeat him. So he withdraws quickly. He's like, we need to withdraw. We need to go from here. Retreat, because more of us will die if we don't retreat. So they retreat and they lost to the Romans. And many Muslims lost their lives. Come back home. Osama has lost his father. He's lost his father. Prophet Muhammad has lost his adopted son, whom he loved very much, and many other companions. It's a very sad time. Osama, who would sit with his father, hear all these stories, now he's gone. But he's very close to Prophet Muhammad. He spends more and more time with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, learning from him, and trying to get better and better in many things. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam also honors him so much that, even when Prophet Muhammad went for the victory of Mecca, he was riding a camel, and behind him was sitting this young boy, Osama. When Prophet Muhammad went on Hajj, at one stop, he was waiting for people, and people are like, who is he waiting for? Why are we not moving to the next place? All these big chiefs and everybody's waiting. Who are we waiting for? And in comes this little boy, Osama. Like, he was waiting for Osama. When Prophet Muhammad had problems, like personal, right? He would actually ask Osama for advice. Do adults come to you for advice? Probably not, right? But do you think a Prophet Muhammad SAW would have come to Osama for advice if all he saw Osama doing was playing all day? That was his top concern. No, he knew that Osama is mature. He has so much knowledge because he spent so much of his time learning, right? And he is concerned by more important matters, not what other kids are just like worried about games and fun. He could ask him for advice and he would give a good advice. So now Osama is growing up, but now comes a big twist in this story, a huge twist. Osama is one day he was fighting in a battle. He's still a kid, by the way. He's still just a teenager, right? He's fighting in a battle. And by the way, in a battle, do you go there to make friends? Do you go there to make friends? No, you go there to, fight, right? So that's what he's doing. And those people who are fighting him, do they believe in Allah? Obviously not. They're fighting because Osama and these people, Muslims, believe in Allah, so that's why they're fighting. They don't believe in Allah. So Osama is fighting this guy. He's fighting, and Osama is losing to him. He's losing to him. This man is so much stronger than him. He's losing to him. And then suddenly Osama overcomes him, and now Osama is stronger. And he's so much stronger. And just as Osama was about to kill him, this man said, La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Right. Now, this man, like 1 minute ago, this man was about to kill Osama because Osama believes in Allah. Do you think this man really just suddenly became a Muslim and he believes in Allah? Or was he just saying that to save his life? Who thinks he was just saying that to save his life? He didn't mean it. Okay, who thinks he actually meant it? Okay, so both of you are kind of wrong because how do you know? Did you read his mind? Did you read his heart? How can you be sure, right? So the right answer is, I don't know. Right? But what did Osama say? Osama said he doesn't mean it, and he killed him. Right? He killed him. Did Osama have a right to judge what he thinks is in his heart? No, nobody does. You can't judge people by what you think is in their heart, what they mean. You don't know. We can only judge people by what action you see. For example, like, do you guys do that sometimes? Judge people by what you think is in their heart? Yes, you do that. Yes. For example, your sibling comes in and they break something. I'm like, Mom, look what he did or she did, he broke it. But like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No, Mom, he meant to break it. He meant to hurt me, right? How do you know? You're just judging them by what you think is in their heart, right? Yeah? You're just judging by what you think is in their heart, not what you actually know. The only thing you know is that it's broken, right? You don't know what was their intention. So so Osama now has judged this man by what he thinks in his heart, and he killed him. But he's not allowed to do that. That's wrong. Only Allah can judge us by that. So what is his sin now? What happens? What happens when you say La ilaha illallah? What happens to all your sins? Everything forgiven, right? You're a brand new Muslim. You're like a brand new baby, right? No sins. You're completely innocent. What happens to, what does Quran say about killing an innocent person? Tell me in the chat box. What does Quran say about killing an innocent person? Yeah, that's right. It is like you killed the entire humanity, right? How big is a sin now? And that's the sin he has on him, bro. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he goes and tells Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam what has happened. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam looks at him and he says, but what will you do with La ilaha illallah? 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 He keeps repeating the same thing until Osama leaves. Prophet Muhammad asks you, if Allah asks you, you killed a man who said La ilaha illallah, how will you answer Allah? Osama is devastated. What has he done? What has he done? Prophet is angry with him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's a massive sin on his head now. He is so devastated. He is so sad. What has he done? Now, what does Shaytan do after you commit a mistake? Does he go, like, if you're a Muslim, a good Muslim, what is Shaytan going to come? Give you a pat on the back? No. Shaytan comes and tells you, what have you done? You are a bad Muslim. You are a bad girl, a bad boy. Allah hates you. He will never forgive you. Why is Shaitan doing that? Because he wants to make you weak, right? He wants to make you weak, feel bad about yourself, right? But Osama knows better, right? By the way, should we feel bad about after we commit our sins? Absolutely. I mean, how weird would that be? I commit a sin and I'm like, yay. Right? That's just stupid, right? That's horrible. Some people are like that. That's horrible, right? But so you should feel bad, but should you feel like I am just a bad person? No. You did a bad thing. Doesn't make you a bad person, right? Unless that's all you do, only bad things ever, never good things, right? Is Osama a bad person? No, right? Does that happen to you? Like you do some bad thing and then you feel like, oh, I'm a bad Muslim, I'm a bad boy, a bad girl. Does anybody ever feel that? Yeah, right? A lot of you. That's Shaitan telling you you're a bad person. Allah hates you now. You're going to go to hell for sure, right? What angels tell us, what Allah tells us, what the Prophet Muhammad told us, what Osama knows, and that's what saves him. That Allah tells us, I am Al-Ghafur, the most forgiving, and I love to forgive. That Allah is Ghafur al-Wadud, He forgives and He is the most loving. He paired these names together because He wants you to know that He will forgive you no matter how big is your sin, and He will love you even more if you repent. So Osama busies himself in seeking Allah's forgiveness and doing many more good deeds to make up for the bad deed he has done, right? He's making up for the bad deed he has done, so he can earn this place back again. So, don't remember that if you do a bad thing, doesn't make you a bad person. You just need to turn back to Allah, and now you might become an even better person. I'll tell you more about this in Rising Heroes, how incredible it is, and how awesome, in fact, our mistakes can be even. Inshallah. Okay. I mean, Rising Hero is just another level. Like you're blown away by the things you're gonna learn there. This is just like a mini taster. Okay. Okay. So Osama then he repents in such an incredible way that one day Prophet Muhammad invites him home. And Osama comes in and he says, Osama, sit next to me. He sits next to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then Prophet Muhammad tells him, Osama, I have news for you. Osama says, yes, Ya Rasulullah. And he said, I am sending another army to go fight the Romans. And who remembers the Romans? Everybody, right? We lost to the Romans, right? So he's like, Ya Rasulullah, I'm ready. I'm going to be a great soldier in this army. By the way, who is in this army? Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Umar radiallahu anhu, Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu. These are all people part of this army. Some great companions, right? Some of the best companions are in this army. People much older than Osama. Osama is still a teenager. Take a deep breath, because what I'm about to tell you will blow your mind. What Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells him next is so incredible. You probably have never heard anything like this, and it will blow your mind. What Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says to Osama next. So take a deep breath. This is really incredible. You guys ready? Like, seriously, you need to absorb how incredible it is. Prophet Muhammad tells Osama, yes, you're going to go to this battle with this army. And this is a very important battle for Muslims. They cannot lose this battle. And Osama, who's a teenager, you are going to be the leader of this army. You are going to be the leader of this army. Whoosh, mind blown, right? Imagine that. Just think about that for a second. Who is he leading? Abu Bakr. He's going to be Abu Bakr's leader. He's going to be Omar's leader. If he tells Omar to go this way, Omar has to obey him. Khalid bin Walid has to obey this teenage boy. How amazing is that? So Osama is like, no, I'm not ready. No, he doesn't do that. Right? He doesn't do that. No, I don't know if I'm confident enough to do it. No, none of that. He's like, Ya Rasulullah, I'm ready. Right? And so he steps up for this great challenge he has ahead now. And Prophet Muhammad believes in him that he is the best leader. Now, guys, tell me in the chat box, what qualities do you think Prophet Muhammad saw in him that he decided that he is going to be the best leader? Confident, brave, yes. Enthusiasm, confidence, pride, happiness, full of confidence. Don't you think Omar had confidence too? Yeah, resilience. Yeah. Do you think he was a great decision maker? Yeah, right? Obviously. That's not, I mean, I don't think, Emaan, you are making a good decision saying no. Imagine like he's standing there and the army comes and says, which way should we go, Osama? And he's like, let me think about it. Left or right? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Right? He knows how to make good decisions. He's a teenager, but he knows how to make strong, good, quick decisions, right? He's that confident. He's that good at strategy. Do you think he's good at strategy? Yeah. Remember how he learned strategy, right? He's gotten so good at it. Was he born good at these things? Like he's just born genius? No. Remember when he was 8, 9? He was not being even allowed to fight in battles. Other kids were. He was not, right? He got so good. He learned all this, all right? What do you think he was good at teamwork? What do you think, Emaan? Was he good at teamwork? Yeah, right? Army is teamwork. There are going to be there are so many branches of the army. There might be conflicts. He needs to organize them together, unite them together. Do you think he's a good speaker? Yeah, he needs to speak with the army. Is he, so he's had so many skills, like I can't keep counting, but so many skills that he has developed, even though he's still a teenager. There are people like Umar and Abu Bakr, they're much older than him. They're much more experienced, but he knows, he is among the best of them. It's not like he's better than them, but he is among the best of them. And that's exactly what Prophet Muhammad said about him. What do you think everybody liked this idea of a teenager leading them? No, so some people were criticizing, like, what, a teenage boy is gonna lead us, right? Rida checked the cameras. Okay, so they were like, I don't think so. Like, I don't know if I want to be led by, they were like doubting this decision by Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, do you think he's going to change his mind because of some criticism? No way, right? So he stood up and he said, I've heard what you people are saying about Osama. And I want to tell you that Osama is among the best of you, the best of the companions. How incredible is that? And so they all went quiet after that. So Osama then now starts preparing this massive army to go to the battleground, right? And so he's preparing. Now, army doesn't just go and like, let's just go to the battlefield. They have to prepare the weapons, the horses, the camels, the armor, right? The people they have to plan, strategize, right? And Osama also needs to, like coordinate with Abu Bakr, Umar, who's going to do what? Get their advice. He knows how to use his team. By the way, teamwork is a big part of rising heroes. Learning to work with the team, getting good at that, leading the team, being part of the team. And so rising heroes are brilliant at it, mashallah. So that's what Osama is doing. He camps out at an army camp just outside of Medina. He makes an army camp just outside of Medina. And he's preparing, right? And a messenger comes running. Osama, you have to come back right now. What happened? What happened? Why do you have to come back? Your mother has sent me with a very terrible news. So what happened? Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is really, really sick. And you need to come back right now. So he goes and he sees Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is very sick. He can't sit up. He can't talk to people. He is in extreme pain. He was in extreme pain. So Osama sits near him. He kisses his forehead. He makes dua for him. And next day, though, something incredible happened. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam just got better. He's all healthy. He is strong. He's talking to people and he's smiling again. He's the smiliest person around. He's smiling to them. He's talking to them. And he's leading their salah. They are all so happy. Alhamdulillah. He's okay. And Prophet Muhammad again tells him, Osama, go to the battlefield. I want you to go. So Osama, once again, he goes to the army camp. He starts preparing. Again, a man comes running. Says, next day, and a man comes running to Osama again. Osama, you have to come back. I have the worst news. Now you really need to take a deep breath, because not only was this the worst news of Osama's life, this, what I'm about to tell you, is the worst news of your life, of my life. The worst thing ever happened to us. The messenger tells him, the prophet has died. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is gone. He's died. He's dead now. And because he died that day, we don't see him walking down our streets. He's smiling face. Osama is Osama is devastated. This was the darkest day on earth. The darkest day on earth, the worst thing. The Prophet is gone. The mercy of Allah. He is the best of Allah's creation. He's gone from this earth. His mission is over. His soul is lifted from the earth. Now Osama will not see him smiling down the streets of Medina. When he comes back, the Prophet is not going to be there to congratulate him. Everybody was so sad. Even the companions, they were just like Ali radiallahu anhu, he locked himself in a room. He was so sad he would not come out. The Prophet of Allah is gone. This was the saddest time in the earth. Do you think the army has a high morale to go to battle? No. And Muslims are now in great danger. Because all over the place, everybody like their Prophet has died. Let's go attack them. The Muslims are already so sad. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu becomes the Khalifa of Islam. And now he has a decision to make. Who thinks this army should still go and fight? Who thinks no, they should stay in Medina and protect Medina? Protect the Muslims. Yeah, okay, so like you are divided, right? So similarly, the people of Medina were divided. Some people were like, I think this army should stay here. Some people are like, no, this army should go out and still fight. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, this was an easy decision for him. He stood up and he said, there is no way I will cancel a command given by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He wanted this army to go, so this army will go. And he commanded him to go. But before he went, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu had some instructions for Osama. Because in Islam, it's not like when you go to battle, it's not like, yeah, just go kill anybody, everybody. You have rules even in battle. He said, don't kill a woman, don't kill a child, don't even cut a tree without any reason. So he sent him out. And then what happens? Osama then goes to the battleground. He fights the Roman army. He fights the Roman army, and he is so brilliant, right? He is fighting this Roman army with all his army, right? They are so good at the battle. They're charging ahead against this Roman army. And Osama strategizes, makes the best decisions, protects his army. And he is so good, that he defeats the Romans. He's back victorious. People in Medina are so happy. They come out of the city just to cheer him. And cheer his army. They're so happy. They are so happy. We come out to welcome Osama and his army. But before Osama can go in, he has one last thing to do, and that is to pray 2 rakah nafil, to thank Allah for this victory, because he knows it came from Allah. So this is now, how old is Osama? How old do you think he is? He's not even 20. He's still a teenager. He's 19 years old. Right? So incredible. What an incredible story of a young hero. Right? Who found the story very inspiring? Who found him extremely inspiring? Right, everybody, right? Now tell me in the chat box, what did you learn from this story? Tell me in the chat box. Age doesn't matter. Yeah. We can be very powerful. Don't easily give up. I learned that you don't have to be big to do big things. Yeah. I learned a lot and play games all day. Yeah. Exactly. Very good, mashallah. I'm glad you guys learned all that today. I'm really proud of you, mashallah. Awesome. And so Osama, though, had one thing. He wanted to do great things, but he had the opportunity. People who trusted him, like Prophet Muhammad gave him the opportunity, right, to be a leader. And that's what I want to give you today. And this is not going to happen very often in your life. Most likely, what is about to happen right now, what I'm about to say to you, nobody will ever say that to you. in your life. Nobody ever said that to me when I was growing up. I don't think nobody ever said that to your parents. But you, alhamdulillah, Allah has put us together because maybe He wants to giving you an extra opportunity. This is so rare, the opportunity I'm giving you today. So listen carefully. The one issue, remember you all told me the problems you care about the most in this world, right? You want to know what the problem I care about the most? It is this, that people underestimate you. They don't know the power you have inside of you. Incredible things you can do. People think kids are just kids, go to the kids section, right? You have incredible power in you. I believe what children can do, even adults can't do that. The creativity, the power, the bravery you have, adults have it's already died inside of them. They've lost it. And if you don't, use this opportunity, it will die inside of you as well. So this is the opportunity I'm giving you. Rising Heroes. What is Rising Heroes? It is a program that I created as an opportunity for you guys to be leaders today, to rise as leaders today, to make a difference in the world today. Rising Heroes, what happened? It's nothing like any Islamic program you have ever done or seen in your life. Nothing like I've ever seen or done in my life. This is completely different to even all my courses. Rising Heroes is about you guys. I don't even teach there. I'm just like a coach there instead of a teacher. You guys work together in teams, making some amazing friends as you work together, and you decide a problem that you care about. That's like, you might be like, I want to solve world hunger, and you work on that, and you work on creating solutions. I guide you, I coach you through the process of that, and you come up with solutions together, and you implement it. It's a 2-month course, so you implement in that program. Like you saw these kids in the beginning when I showed you the video, the Global Guardians, the Racism Rangers, and all these incredible solutions they created. So this is the opportunity in front of you, that somebody is standing before you and telling you, I am today giving you the opportunity to be a leader. I don't know if you're ever going to get that. So if I was you, I'm going to grab this opportunity right now, right? And get into this program. It starts in July, which is like a couple of days, right? It starts 10th July onwards. Registration's open. I am obviously, it's not, the class is not going to be like this. Like I can't talk to you because you guys need to talk to each other. So it's going to be smaller classes. So I can only take only a few students there. So we might, you need to make sure you get your parents, to act fast. Otherwise you might not be able to get a place. Who wants to be a rising hero, by the way? Well, okay, let's see. Let's take a count. Raise your hand if you want to be a rising hero. Okay, like I see lots of hands up, almost all hands up, mashallah. So you know what you need to do? Oh, I see a lot of yellow hands up as well. Cool. Okay, so you know what you need to do? One thing, only one thing, that you are already brilliant at it. You were brilliant at it since the day you were born. You know what that one thing is? You do it all the time. I wonder, does anybody know what that thing is? Yeah. Nag your parents. Right? Yeah, that is laughing. Yeah, go and nag your parents. Tell them to register you. Right? Go and tell them, Mom, Dad, register me before the places go out. Right? Tell me, is it a better investment your parents can make than to raise a leader? No. You are the best investment of their life. You are the best investment of their life. Because you are the best thing they have done. They get to create, they get to raise a leader. And when they hear this from you, that my child wants to be a leader, first of all, they might be a little surprised, right? They're like, wow, I just thought you only cared about games, right? A lot of your parents don't know that you want to be more. You want to do more. You want to show them that they'll show the world I have more, right? So you need to tell them that. They don't know that yet. They might hope, like, I wish you will be great. I want to be. I want to be a hero. I want to be part of something. I want to be part of a team which is making a difference in the world. Right? You need to go and tell them that. So they know, they see you differently. And if your parents see a leader in you, I don't think they're going to hesitate for a moment. Just you asking them is going to make them so happy. And of course, they're going to be so happy to register you, inshallah, because they know that this is the best thing they can do for you. Does it recommend money? That's what I said. Yes, there is a fees. And that is the fees that your parents are going to invest in your education to raise a leader. Is that better than buying you 1,000 games to raise a leader? Absolutely, right? I mean, if you are a kid who thinks I would rather have games than be a leader, then really Rising Heroes is not the right course for you. It is not. Don't register to it. No kidding. But if you are a kid like Osama, who cares more to be a leader, to be a hero in the world, then you know that this is the best investment for me. This is who I want to be. And this is the opportunity for me. Right? And you find, Osama ibn Zaid did not find excuses. But, I'm a kid, I can't do it. He found the way to it. He found the way to make it happen, to grab the opportunities, not other things pushing him. Now, but I can't because of this, because of that, I can't. He found a way through it. So you need to find a way through it and help your parents find a way through it. If it has anything stopping, like time, this and that, right? So Rida is going to put the link of Rising Heroes, and make sure you get your parents to register you today before you miss out. But I want you guys to meet some of the Rising Heroes, so you can hear directly from them how awesome.
Next year. And I really want to do this course again. It's actually very fun. At the start, I thought it would be very boring, like same as Denny, and I thought it would be like straight. But now I feel like I have to do this again. At the start, when it was our first class ever, I remember you made it super fun, and at that moment I knew I have to continue this class. I can't miss one class. It was so fun.
Alhamdulillah.
You really caught our attention. Well, I actually kind of discovered I was even more enthusiastic than before. Like, I found out I could be very more energetic, really. I thought I was just a child, really boring old child, but actually I'm not a child. I'm an alien. That's how amazing I am.
Normally I feel like I don't really like volunteering to do things like to be a leader, but because when we were doing this and at the beginning, so I feel that being in that position forced me to be a bit of a leader.
Taught me a lot, like watching the videos for every week. They were all really informative and taught me like how to manage my time, the design thinking process, and stuff like that, and how to work in a team that I've never met before. Because until now, even at school, I know the people in my class, but now these are like complete strangers from all over the world. And then I learned how to get put myself out there.
It helped me it gave me confidence. Before I was like very shy, and like my thinking view, before I thought like people thought totally different from me. They thought like bad things about me. Usually I was very negative. It made me a bit positive. Like I was always like thinking of the bad things that could happen in life. So now I'm like thinking that I can also make a change. It's like I'm not that small. And like it helped me make better, like improved my decisions, because before like I only thought about negative things. So it changed, like good things also happen.
Yeah, that's very big.
I appreciate, I'm so sorry if this sounds mean, but like before the course when I didn't start it, my mom told me I was going to do it. I actually thought it was not going to be fun and it was just going to be strict. But when I started the course, it was so fun, and like Miss Merit, like not like a normal teacher. She was so fun. She kept making jokes and laughing, and like there were so many fun people to meet. And I made friends here, like in
Yeah,
some
alhamdulillah.
like not like we just worked on things. We actually talked, and we made even our own group where we like talk about each other and all. And it was
Yeah.
really really fun. I discovered that like there's so many things you can do, and so before I used to think I was so lazy and I couldn't make any difference in the world, and now I've done this all and I'm like, oh my god, I can do so much more, and like I can
Yeah,
think
mashallah.
many great things. I
Yeah.
appreciated that like you weren't like a normal teacher, and I mean that in a good way, because like you were not like a teacher, you were like a friend instead, and it
Okay.
was super fun because like you were sweet, you were funny, and you made every class. It was not like a strict time. It was funny. We laughed a lot, and
Yeah.
we made everything we did into like a play. That not like
Okay. So they were just some of the rising heroes. Okay, I want to know, is that Ahmed or is that Yusuf?
It's Ahmed.
Ahmed. Right. So we actually, good news for you guys. Lucky you guys. We actually have a rising hero with us. And that's Ahmed. Say salams to Racism Ranger, Agent Banana. So how was maybe Ahmed? How about mashallah, these guys get to hear directly from you. How about you tell them your experience of Rising Heroes? Did you enjoy it? How was teamwork? How did it impact you?
Yeah, it made me like branch out and not just stick in, like just with people I know, maybe people I don't know as well. So
Yeah,
like now, because I went to it, now everywhere in the world, I know how people can be and hang out with them and
yeah.
stuff.
Did it help you become more confident?
Yeah, it made me more confident because I spoke out to lots of other people.
Actually, you all saw him in the video in the beginning. We played that video that I showed you the other day. So where you were speaking about racism. So you saw him, mashallah, how confidently he's speaking. And he was part of the team called Racism Rangers. And their team did a bunch of things. They created some short videos. They also did talk shows about racism, and that's one of those is where Ahmed they did a play as well. Yeah, they did a live play as well where they were acting with different roles to communicate to people, help them understand in a fun way the impact of racism. Okay, Jazakallah khair, Ahmed. Would you recommend
Jazakallah.
everybody doing this course? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I'd recommend it if you're like very shy or like confident because you can boost it even more. You can boost
Yeah,
your confidence more.
yeah, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Okay, so now I do have a game that we can play. But I would look. I really had a great time with you guys. You were awesome, and I love you guys. You were so awesome. I love all your reactions as I was telling story. Mashallah. I was watching all of you, mashallah, and it gives me so much energy to see you, mashallah, fully participating. So jazakallah khair for that. And I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you in Rising Heroes. Now, those of you who don't want to play can leave. Jazakallah khair. And salam alaikum. Those of you want to stick around and play, we can play. Do we have a booklet, Rida? Or is it Gimke?
We have a booklet.
Is it on your account or mine?
Your account.
Huh?
Your account. Stay on.
Mine account. Okay, so great. Let me see if I can log into my account. Look it. Who has ever played a book Look it before? Anybody? Okay, so something new. Because I'm so bored of Kahoot, I left that ages ago. Anybody else here bored of Kahoot? Yeah. Okay, so Where do I find it? Sharing my screen. Let me see. I can't even remember how this thing works. Let me stop the stream.